A mystery on Bell Mountain. The bodies of twin brothers found in Towns County near the North Carolina line, 90 miles from their home in Lawrenceville. The GBI initially investigating this as a murder. Tonight, the family says they're not buying it. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn spoke with them just a few hours ago. He's live for us in our newsroom with more on this investigation and what the family has to say, Cody.
Well, Jennifer, the brothers Qaadir and Nazir Lewis were twins. The GBI says a hiker found their bodies at the top of Bell Mountain on Saturday morning. Both had been shot. The family couldn't believe it when they got the call hours later, knowing the twin brothers were supposed to be in Boston visiting friends.
We want answers. We want to know exactly what happened to the twins.
Nazir and Qaadir Lewis.
Those my nephews.
Just a few weeks shy of their 20th birthday.
I can get past it, they're gone.
The twins' uncle, Raheem Bronner.
They're very protective of each other. They love each other. They're like inseparable. So I couldn't imagine them hurting each other because I never even seen them get into a fist fight before.
The GBI saying their preliminary investigation points to the twins' death being a murder.
We knew right away that wasn't true.
Family says the twins had a 7 a.m. flight to Boston last Friday.
Right there, we never heard from them. They missed their flight. We don't know what happened.
24 hours later, the twins' body found 90 miles away.
How they end out in the mountains, they don't hike out there. They've never even been out there. They don't know nothing about Hiwassee, Georgia. They never even heard of Bell Mountains. So how did they end up right there?
A mystery this family is trying to solve.
They had a huge support system. Like, we know them that they wouldn't do anything like this. So to say that they did this to each other when they come from a family of love, and they love each other, they always together, we don't believe that. They didn't do this to each other. Something happened in those mountains, and we want answers.
I did reach out to the GBI tonight. A spokesperson says the twins' autopsies is finished, but they're awaiting additional forensic testing to be finished, as well as the investigation portion of this before they issue a final ruling on the brothers' causes of death.
So I have to ask a couple questions. The Lewis twins were found unalive with their plane tickets still in their wallets at the peak of Bell Mountain, a place they had never heard of. Come on now, y'all. Something right there definitely is not sounding right. But wait, there's more. How did they end up out in the mountains, a place where they never even been or even heard of? How did they end up all the way in Hiwassee, Georgia, a place that they never been to, a place that they don't know anything about? I need y'all to drop y'all comments down below. But wait, there's more. They tried to tell us that one brother not only unalived his other brother with a gun, but the brother then decided to lynch his brother while unaliving himself and lynching himself. Like, are you serious? The police was trying to say that they literally hiked their way up this mountain and that they probably got really drunk, or in this case, intoxicated with cannabis. And then after all that, they wanted to unalive themselves. This ain't making sense. Somebody help me make this make sense. What are they keeping us from knowing? What really happened? Why is this not being spoke about throughout this YouTube community? We want answers. We need answers. Why is this still happening in 2025? Let's be clear. This was not a seppuku. But also, let's be clear that something seems very fishy with the family's response to what happened to their nephews. They mentioned that they had a 7 a.m. flight to Boston to go see their friends. Who are these friends? But not only that, the way the auntie is speaking by saying that she don't know what happens makes me believe some way, somehow, that she knows what happened, because I'm not getting a sense of emotion from her. It doesn't feel like that she's in distraught. It doesn't feel like this seems as though that the family has something that they are not telling us. Not only is no one showing no sense of emotion, no one's crying, no one's seem to be as though that they are hurt. For some reason, this don't seem genuine to me. I wonder, and it's just my own thoughts and opinion, if this is being used as a distraction tactic to not only divide more, but again, to get certain individuals all riled up to the point where now people are starting to protest and riot, kind of how like they did with the Floyd thing, because they mentioned about them having a gunshot wound, but they never spoke on where the gun is at, or even if they found the gun, because if these individuals seppuku themselves, then obviously the evidence will still be right there. And we need to question the hiker that found them in the mountains as well. This incident makes me think of Kendrick Johnson and how they had found him rolled up in the mat with none of his organs, and they tried to make us believe that he fell down there trying to retrieve his shoe. Come on now, y'all, something ain't right. This don't feel genuine. This feel like something that has been planned. And then when I get to thinking about it more, it reminds me of the Trayvon thing and how we end up finding out that not only was his father a part of a elite society, but his father actually knew the individual that unalived his son. So y'all drop in the comments, what do y'all think that they're trying to stir up? And do y'all believe that these individuals did this to themselves? All this is allegedly, and all this is just my own personal thoughts and opinions. And it's also very interesting how they keep mentioning that this is a mystery. Like it's like some type of TV show or movie or something, which actually makes me feel as though this was done purposely. But again, these are just my own thoughts and opinions. And I need y'all to drop y'all thoughts and opinions in the comments, and y'all let me know, what do y'all think really happened out there on top of that mountain with these two brothers? Do y'all think that there was foul play involved? And with that being said, if you're functioning with me, we have to really do our investor search. Don't just take my word for it. I need y'all to go look and research, and y'all come back to me and let me know what y'all come up with, because I am truly interested in knowing what actually happened. I ain't gonna do too much, nor am I gonna say too much. I just want to say that I appreciate y'all, and I'm thankful for all y'all support. Why though? And those that really come back on a monthly, daily, weekly basis, I want to give y'all a pat on the back, because y'all are the real most valuable players. Y'all keep this channel up and going. And with that being said, I couldn't have done it or do it without you guys. And with that being said, make sure y'all beat up this like button one time. Make sure y'all hit it a couple times. Make sure y'all drop y'all thoughts, comments, and any opinions that y'all will have down below. I would love to hear what y'all got to say. And if you found this video to be very interesting, please share it with someone else that you might think will find it to be just as interesting. And like always, clear eyes always recognize real lies. And like always, I'm always gonna have more videos. So until next time, that part. I know, as I always like to express in all my other videos, I am not here to turn non-believers into believers. I'm only here to bring y'all food for thought. And with that being said, your opinion is your opinion.
It's pretty difficult, let's face it. I felt like this was going to be a very hard life for both of them.
It was an unraveling mystery. It was kind of a distraction tactic. It's like you took them one way and...
Michael and I also want to acknowledge...
I mean, this dude is a genius.